Good evening, everyone, and welcome to SOQI Night. Tonight we're going to talk about sleep and how you can sleep better with some of the SOQI products. It's funny I'm talking about this tonight because all week, I don't know if it's the moon or what, but I've been getting up at 3:34 in the morning and being awake the rest of the day. I feel a little tired, but not bad. And I talked to some friends earlier today and they said they're doing the same thing, so maybe it's a moon season thing. But anyway, sleep's very essential for our health. So I'm going to share some information about sleep, some tips, and how you can use SOQI to help you sleep a little better. So remember, the information I'm presenting is for educational purposes only. I'm not trying to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease, and I am an independent distributor for HTE. So we're going to talk a little bit about some sleep basics and some sleep facts. So 30% of adults actually suffer from some form of insomnia, probably similar to what I've been going through all week. About 10% of the population deals with chronic sleep problems, and about 50% of seniors have sleeping problems. Many people also experience some form of sleep deprivation, getting less sleep than they need for optimum health. So when we look at the overall picture, 50 to 70 million Americans are affected by chronic sleep loss or sleep disorders, and it's a huge problem. And after you go without sleep for so long, your body starts prioritizing and turning things off to conserve energy, which really affects your health. So if you don't get good sleep, you can't have good health. So during the night when you sleep, especially between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., your body really cleans itself out, repairs, and renews itself. It's very essential for our body to function at its optimum. And when we don't sleep or have a lack of sleep, it actually increases quite a few health risks. So you're going to have an increased risk of diabetes, heart disease, and depression because of the anxiety and everything from not sleeping. You can have an increased risk of becoming obese or being overweight because of decreasing leptin levels. It also can affect your immune function because your cortisol levels are increased. It can adversely affect both concentration and judgment, which can lead to an increase in accident, especially if you're driving, because driver sleepiness actually causes approximately 75 to 80,000 car accidents and 5,000 deaths per year, which is kind of sad. So lack of sleep can also make you feel very stressed and irritable, which can put strain on your relationships. Children also need adequate sleep to perform well in school, and adults need sufficient sleep to perform well at work. There is kind of an interrelationship between depression and lack of sleep. Because depression suggests it's important that the sleep sufficient in the person with depression be assessed, and people that don't sleep need to be assessed for depression. So they're very interrelated. So if you have depression, they look at how you're sleeping, and if you're not sleeping, they also look at depression. So some of the top concerns, according to the CDC for sleep, is insomnia, which is the inability to initiate or maintain sleep, or you could notice that you wake up early in the morning and can't fall back asleep, which has been happening to me, but the moon's also been very full all week. And it can create some daytime sleepiness, which can affect your function. There's several people that have narcolepsy, which is that very excessive daytime drowsiness, where you can't even force yourself to stay awake. It's just, going to doze off, and one of the signs that this could be occurring to you is sudden muscle weakness. There's also restless leg syndrome, which is that very unpleasant, creepy sensation, feeling like in your lower legs, and then aches and pains throughout your legs. And then a lot of people have sleep apnea, which is where your throat closes off while sleeping, depriving you of oxygen. And then a lot of those people need to have one of those CPAP machines to help them sleep. There's also things that can keep you awake at night. So even if you aren't dealing with a top sleep concern or chronic disease, you may on occasion have trouble sleeping, falling asleep, staying asleep. So here's a couple reasons why you may have trouble sleeping. Maybe your surroundings are too noisy. Maybe someone in the house is snoring and their snoring's keeping you awake. Maybe your room's too light. There's too much light in the room, or blue light that's affecting your sleep. Maybe you're too hot or too cold. Maybe you're not feeling well and you're achy, or you have a headache or something. Maybe you get up a lot during the night to go to the bathroom, and a lot of people that do this, it may help you to drink more water during the day and reduce water after like 5, 6 o'clock at night. You could be stressed and have too much noise in your mind thinking about things. And maybe you have restless dreams and nightmares. So all these things can really keep you awake at night. And our body goes through sleep cycles. So our sleep cycles are about 90 to 100 minutes. And our body goes through stages of sleep throughout the night. So we're awake, and then we're in alpha waves, which lasts about 5 to 10 minutes, where you sleep very, very light, and you can easily become awakened. Then you're going to move into step 2, slower waves, which last about 20 minutes, where you're in a light sleep, but you're not going to wake up as easily. Stage 3 is the beginning of the deep sleep and the delta waves. Stage 4, you're deeper into the delta waves, very deep sleep. It's hard to wake someone up when they're in the deeper delta wave sleep. And if you're woken up in this sleep stage, you're going to feel very groggy, very disoriented. And then you have REM, or dream sleep, where your eyes move rapidly in different directions with theta waves. So we go through the sleep cycle throughout the night repeatedly. So deep sleep is probably the most important sleep, because even though it takes up only about 10 to 25% of the time we spend sleeping, it's really when the body is focused on rebuilding and repairing itself, and it occurs more often between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Your pituitary gland during that time actually releases some hormones, which help your cells proliferate, and about 30 minutes of a 90-minute cycle will be spent in this deep sleep, so 1/3 of your time spent there. And you tend to enter this deep sleep most naturally during the darkest part of the night, and have a harder time entering it when you sleep during the day. REM sleep is also an important stage of sleep, and that's when your eyes move in different directions under your eyelids. And it's when your heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing increase. Your brain's much more active, and you're more closer to consciousness. Dream sleep appears to be a time when the brain processes thoughts and memories and tries to sort them out and make sense of them. So your brain's very active. And the average person has about 5 or 6 of these cycles a night. And if you don't have your REM sleep, it can adversely affect your mood and self-image. The other thing about sleep is, how much sleep do we really need? So the average adult needs a minimum of 7 hours of sleep each night. And 35% of us sleep less than 7 hours a night, according to the CDC. Most people do better with 8 to 9 hours. Younger people need even more sleep because, their body's growing and developing. Teenagers need even more, 8 to 10 hours a day. And preteens go up to even 9 to 11 hours a day. So that's why the kids sleep so much, because the body has so much to do. So what can you do to sleep better? Well, one of the things you can do is develop a sleep routine. So go to bed every night at the same time, and get up at the same time each morning to create a natural rhythm for your body. As Benjamin Franklin would say, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. So if you get to bed between 9 and 11 p.m., it allows you to enter that deep sleep cycle during the darkest times of the night, which optimize the benefits you get from your sleep, because the sun starts going down, especially in the summer, about 8, 9 o'clock. We get really, really dark, and then it starts coming back up in the early morning. So try to make sure that your bedroom's quiet and dark and relaxing and is at a comfortable temperature for you. I can't sleep if the room's too bright or if I'm too hot. So when you sleep in a dark room, it does trigger your body to go to sleep. You can also turn off all your electronics, your cell phone, and everything at least half an hour before bedtime. Practice some deep breathing or reading. Use the chi machine. Use the EPower. Try not to overeat at dinner, because sometimes if you eat spicy food or you're too full, it can also affect your sleeping. And if you drink too many caffeinated beverages after 3 p.m., that can also affect your sleeping. I try to give myself at least 3 hours before I go to bed of no eating, and try to stay active throughout the day, because that can help you fall asleep, and try to keep your mind calm and avoid disturbing and stressful situations prior to bedtime. There's also a lot of herbs you can do for better sleep. L-theanine, if you have a lot of stress or anxiety, is not actually a sleep aid. However, it does help keep the mind calm and help with anxious feelings. Melatonin, also not a sleep aid, but your body and its role in the natural sleep cycle is important, and it's also very beneficial for insomnia, especially people that are blind, because they have low levels and they don't tend to rise in the evening because they're in darkness. Chamomile is is a mild sedative that calms nerves. It's also really helpful for your belly. Passion flower is another popular sleep aid that relaxes the body. So those are some herbs you can try. Of course, there's some essential oils that also work. Lavender, sweet orange, and cedarwood. The combination of those oils are some of my favorite. I like to take about 8 drops of lavender, 4 drops of sweet orange, and 2 drops of cedarwood. Mix them up, spray my pillow, use a little roll-on. And all these things are really, these tips I'm sharing with you are really gonna work well with the EPower and the Qi. You can also take Bach flower if you're really stressed, or maybe you had a trauma in your life. Bach flower makes a sleep product called Bach Rescue Sleep, and it's got white chestnut in it to help ease a restless mind. Star of Bethlehem if you underwent some type of trauma or shock or loss. Clematis for the tendency to pass out, and it gives you that being far away and not present feeling. Cherry plum for your fear of mind giving way, if you're very angry. Impatience if you're irritable, tension. Rock rose if you have some fear and panic. So that's a really good product that can help. And then, developing healthier habits overall for sleep, like the Mediterranean diet, following a Mediterranean diet or a plant-based diet, eating lots of fruits and vegetables and lean proteins and healthy fats. Exercising, drinking water, managing your stress, creating a sleep routine, and again, the herbs, essential oils, and Bach flowers. But SOQI can also really help you sleep. I love the EPower machine and the Qi machine for promoting a good night's sleep. We have that package this month with both products that you can share with your customers, because when we think of all the things that impact our sleep, many of them are about balance, breathing, stress, aches and pains, and SOQI really helps with all those things. The EPower's a great product because it gives your body the energy it needs to balance itself and to help revitalize you. So I think it's very beneficial for the nervous system, balancing the sympathetic and parasympathetic part. And the parasympathetic is our rest and digest period. And the Qi machine also promotes movement and balance, which can be similar to like walking. And it's really good at helping you relax, relieving muscular aches and tension, and gives you benefits similar to a massage. So when we look at the Chinese concept of disease, it's not really disease, it's more of an energetic imbalance. So we can have an excess or deficiency of yang or yin that affects an organ or a system. So when we look at traditional Chinese medicine and the SOQI products, we're always thinking about balance and energy and flow. And the concept of Qi refers to the life force that flows through the body and is essential to maintaining health. So if we have a lack of sleep and our body's tired and it hasn't been able to do the things that it needs to do when it's sleeping, we're probably out of balance with some poor energy flow. giving us an increased risk of those diabetes, depression, anxiety, obesity. So EPower provides our body with the negative potential energy to promote balance and support all our systems. So the EPower is one of the few machines on the market that has both negative potential energy and high frequency energy, and it uses our body as the capacitor or way to transmit and absorb this energy. And this energy gives us an internal balance. When I look at the EPower, I think of it kind of as a battery charger for the body, but it's really kind of more than that, because it seems to operate best at a frequency, intensity, and waveform, which are very natural to our own body and healthy cells. So it's very easy for us to absorb that energy and use it. So when you use the EPower, it balances the whole body, helping our cells take in nutrients, get rid of waste. It also promotes circulation, relaxation, and its energy helps to balance and revitalize all the systems of our body. So negative potential energy is the energy our body needs for rest, and high frequency energy, low voltage, is the energy our body uses to perform its many functions through ATP. So the EPower is going to promote balance for all the systems of the body: circulatory, nervous, digestive, bowel, immune, skeletal, weight, and skin. It works great at promoting a youthful appearance, because during deep sleep, the pituitary releases growth hormones, which circulate and help cells proliferate. This hormone also helps our liver release IGF, and low levels of these hormones cause muscles to lose their tone, bones to become brittle, and skin and hair to get thinner. So you're going to have more wrinkles, more gray hair, more sagging skin, and hair loss. And these are all signs of hormones declining in the body. So the energy from the EPower is going to help stimulate the fibroblasts in our skin, which is going to promote a more youthful appearance, especially when used in conjunction with the facial mask. If you guys have an EPower and you haven't used a one-sheet facial mask, you really need to try it. A study was also done on the EPower for insomnia at a hospital in China, and they specifically took 30 people with insomnia, and these 30 people use the EPower twice a day according to the EPower's user manual for the amount of time and the settings, and each one used the machine for 30 to 90 minutes. The intensity of the mode varied according to the person's tolerance. 2 days breaks were introduced after each 10-day cycle. And at the end of the 30-day period, the 30 testing day period, which would really be like 36 days, 86% saw improvement in their symptoms of insomnia, and a lot of people no longer had insomnia. They also did it. In that same study, they did another study with patients with arthrodynia, which is joint aches and pain not related to a specific known disease. So they too used it for 30 days with 2 days break every 10 days, from 30 to 90 minutes a day based on their tolerance. And again, after 30 days, 90% saw improvement, and some people no longer had achy joints. So that's why the EPower is just so great for sleeping. And then, you know, when you couple it with the Chi machine, which promotes relaxation and helps release muscle tension and temporarily relieves muscle aches and pains, that's really going to also help you relax, especially because that rhythmic movement allows your bronchioles to open up, breathing deeper, which is why you relax so much. And you're just lying on the floor with your ankles on the cradle, going back and forth in a very relaxing figure 8 movement, and that kind of that movement's very relaxing to the body, allowing us to take deeper breaths, which helps with stress, anxiety, reducing pain, and promoting sleep. So the Chi machine has a lot of benefits. It can help with stress, anxiety, and insomnia related to stress, because you're going to breathe deep. You're going to go with that rhythmic movement flow. A lot of people also find relief from headaches, definitely muscular aches and pains. Some people, they say it's even helped their lower back. It also promotes relaxation, giving you a feel-good feeling is what I say, promoting circulation and also detoxification. So SOQI is going to really help you with sleep. The Chi machine is going to promote flow and balance of Chi, facilitating relaxation, helping to relieve minor muscle aches and pains, and helping you to take deeper breaths. And the EPower is going to promote balance in the body system and your energy flow. So remember, adequate sleep is going to strengthen your immune system, reduce your stress, improve your mood, lower your risk of accidents, help your body detoxify, reduce your risk of obesity, heart disease, depression, and type 2 diabetes, help your body heal better from injuries and any disease you might have, helps you perform better at work, and increases your energy. So remember, we've got the sleep package special with the Chi machine and EPower this month. Don't forget to put your distributor ID in the comments and share the video to enter the drawing for the fur pad. And this week's flash sale is on the Chi machine for $465 through the 24th. So thanks for watching. I hope you picked up some tips, and I hope you're going to use your Chi and your EPower to start sleeping better. Thanks.